My dear brother Obehi, I'm pleased to be on your podcast this evening. It's a pleasure to be here, and thank you for having me. I am Austin Odile from Sasaro, an agrarian and very serene community in Akoko Edo local government area in Ward 7. I was born some 59 years ago to uh, parents who were farmers. My father was a trader in cocoa and produce, though both of them late now. And I come from a family of five, one girl who is deceased, and four males. And out of these four males, two of us are surviving and haven't lost three. So I had my primary education in then St. John's Anglican Primary School from 1968 to 1973. Thereafter, I moved to St. Charles College, Abavo, in present day Ka, South Local Government Area of Delta State. And I graduated in 1979 with grade 1. And then thereafter, I taught briefly as an auxiliary teacher in Ososo Grammar School in Akoko Edo local government area. From them, I had a brief stint with Union Bank, after which in 1982, I gained admission into the then Bentel State University, Ekoma, and now Ambrose Ali University, having the privilege to be in the second set, and I graduated with a bachelor's honors degree in English and Literary Studies in 1986. I served my nation the compulsory National Youth Service Corps in the old Benue, and I had my primary assignments at Ida. Then after then I was discharged 1987, September. I was in Lagos, did some little bit of journalism here and there. Then those soft cell magazines, now defunct, Prime People and Co. Though it was, let me just leave that. It was just, this run of the mill thing. But I started my real work as a public officer with the defunct Directorate for Social Mobilization, MAMSA, that was set up by then self-styled military president, General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, in 1987. Though I started work with the Directorate December 12th, 1988. And by 1992, there was a reorganization. MAPSA was dissolved, and from the ashes, it was merged with three other parastatals of the then Federal Ministry of Information to form the National Orientation Agency in 1993. So I've been there, and by His grace, I am the State Director of the National Orientation Agency, Edo State.
Thank you so much, sir. That is very rich a background of yours. So that is what we are going to be exploring today. It is very important for us. What we do here is we try to look at our history, who we are, where we are from, and of course also our politics also, because it talks about what is happening, current affair, what is going on today. Now, you grew up in Akoko Edo. Now, I want you to help us understand something, because you have been around us for 59 years. You are 59 years old. So that means you have a lot
Yes.
of history to teach us. In Africa, in Esa, okay, let me just say in Africa, it is said that what a man sees sitting down, a boy is on top of the mountain or on top of the tree cannot see it. He's talking of experience. So I want you to take us down to when you were still a young boy. What kind of community were you living in?
Okay. Actually, you see, when I remember my growing up years, it is with nostalgia, nostalgic memories. Because one, then it was purely a communal life where any child is not just the responsibility of the biological parents, but the responsibility of the entire community. So that when you're talking of morality, it was compulsory. It was the norm, you know, for you to at least trim yourself to obey or to keen to the values of the community. And there were values in the community. They were sacred, like respect for elders, integrity, honesty, hard work, and then to speak the truth. And then there were vices that were no go area for you. For example, telling lies, stealing, laziness, not attending church on Sundays, and for you to be seen to be playing pranks or smoking or drinking. These were no go areas. So morally, at least we were tailored, we imbibed the moral values of they were, in short, our parents or the community rather inculcated the correct moral values, family values that we imbibed, we not only imbibed, we internalized. And actually that has been the guiding and the directing force that has seen us a little personally, like myself, to where I am. In Sasaro then, and then Sasaro in particular, and then you generally, let me say, then it was Midwest before Bendel. You know, I attended, look, the quality of education, for example, I had from my village primary school could compare favorably with the knowledge, the teachings of present day SS3. I'm telling you the truth. And of course, things were easy. It was like free education. Even if we were buying books and uniform, but they were not paying anything. We were fitted on any national celebration, Children's Day, Independence, we ate rice. I mean, the then Midwest State Government Ministry of Education, they will bring goat and ram to us with bags of rice with the condiments to cook. And then, of course, when I entered to the secondary school in 1974, after my first year, because I was in the first one, two, three, first, second, third, first term, second term, third term, we were all gathered, we were all taken to Benin, the administrative headquarters of the then Midwest, to sit for a scholarship interview, aptitude test. And it was like I never knew anybody, a rural boy, because things were done the right way. It was like merit. Once you pass this prescribed examination, you, in short, automatically you had access, you had, the government scholarship. And that was right from class two up to my final year in 1979, class five. I had a government, merit academic scholarship from the then Midwest State government. And it would have run up to the university if I had not broken it. That if I had sat for JAMB in 1978 and I made Division 1 and any of the universities, because then it was concessional, we were to be the second set to write JAMB in 1978. JAMB happened taken off in 1977. And so I missed it because I lost my uncle, who was my foster, guardian. And then so there was no way I could go on. And that was how I lost that scholarship. So my mates, for example, who continued, who equally enjoyed the scholarship, they had that scholarship all through their university. So then and now, there is no basis for comparison. And that is the truth.
Thank you so much for that. We are going to come to this comparison maybe later or maybe not. Okay, let me talk a little bit about the comparison. In that From what you explained in your childhood, where you were growing up in the same Nigeria, you are not talking of the United States now, or maybe in England. This is the same Nigeria. Compare it to what is happening today. It looks like the difference between heaven and hell.
That is it. And
So
that
it
is the
is.
truth.
It's really quite frightening. Anyway, let us remain there still a little bit. Now, your people, the people of Sasaro, what did they live by? Tell me about the kind of occupation at the time.
Okay, I started by saying it's a sleeping and serene agrarian town. We grow, in short, the people, we are predominantly farmers. Predominantly farmers. We grow subsistence, crops and cash crops. Yam, rice, beans, various varieties of beans we grow. Yam, cassava, rice, and then of course, the area is known, being in the same belt with the western region. We grow a lot of cocoa. My father had the largest cocoa farm in that part of the state, and that was why he was a merchant. You traded up to Ibadan, and then across Cotonou. He was known for that. And so we grow cocoa, we grow cashew. Cocoa and coffee. And of course, we talk of plantain and banana. Not this paranta that is later day, whatever. The original banana, sweet banana. So we were predominantly farmers, and then we are known for this soured gari, the soured gari at least. That is what we are known for. And then we mill palm oil too. We mill oil, red oil, because we have plenty of oil palm trees in the farms. Of course, when you plant cocoa and all the rest, you intersperse with palm trees, then coffee, and then we're growing cotton too. This cotton lint for textile. So we're predominantly farmers.